Hello, good morning. It is January 27th, 2022, and I got some updates for you. Tesla had its Q4 2022 earnings call yesterday, and we've got a lot of news from the Silicon Valley company. China makes a splash in the last month of 2021 with 500,000 registrations for plug-in vehicles, and a Rivian prototype has been spotted in the wild. All this and more to come today on Daily Car News. Hello and welcome. It is a wonderful blizzardy day here for us in Colorado, and I've got some news from all over the world. We're going to start off today in China. They have made a splash in the last month of 2022 with 500,000 registered and sold and registered plug-in vehicles in the month of December. 500,000 a month. The top three selling units were the Wuling Mini EV with 55,000 units sold, the Tesla Model Y with 40,000 units sold, and the Tesla Model 3 with 30,000 units sold. This is a huge jump from 2020, where they had 1.2 million registrations for EVs or plug-in vehicles, and 2021, where they went up to 3.2. So, good news for China. China is a gigantic market and a huge player in the world, so the more EVs there, the better it is for all of us. Next, a Rivian EDV, the electric delivery vehicle, has been spotted charging at a charge point station. We don't know where this is exactly, but this is a prototype version, either from late 2021 or right now in early 2022. Amazon ordered 100,000 of these to be delivered by 2025, and 2022 to take deliveries of 10,000. So end of the year, 10,000 of these things. We have two different configurations right now. The EDV 500, which is 500 cubic feet of storage and about 150 miles of range, and the EDV 700, 660 cubic feet of storage and the same 150 miles of range. Now remember, this has been developed as a last mile delivery vehicle for Amazon, so range isn't really the issue. You got to go from house to house or hub to house. 150 miles of range is probably enough. The main thing here is the storage and integration to Amazon's fleet. So super cool to see here, and I can imagine in the next couple of years or so, we're going to see these cars rolling around making our Amazon Prime deliveries. Next, Polestar goes to Korea and makes a splash with 4,000 reservations in 1 week, half of those in 2 hours. Now this is especially strong because Kia, Hyundai, and Tesla have a gigantic play in Korea, and so it's cool to see that Polestar is making a splash. The Polestar 2 is an incredible car, one of the best interiors I've seen in an electric vehicle, so I'm excited to see that the Korean market is taken to the Polestar 2 well. Now, Tesla had their Q4 earnings call yesterday. A lot of news from the Silicon Valley company. We're going to start with the $25,000 car. You may have heard this announced by Elon Musk a couple of years ago, that a $25,000 Model 2 would be in the works. Not right now though, because they have so much on their plate. Right now, their answer to affordability and getting people to where they need to go using electric vehicles is robo-taxis. I'm eager to see how regulations and how the engineering of autopilot takes to that. I guess we'll have to see. Right now, there is too much on Tesla's plate working with the supply chain issues and the parts issues to begin work on another car. That also means the Cybertruck is delayed. No more new models to come in 2022, and that also includes the Cybertruck. We're going to have to wait until at least 2023 for this. Right now, Tesla is saying they can produce the car, but cost versus technology is what they're working to balance out. They want to make sure it's accessible for as many people as they can, and now isn't the time to do it. They have a goal of producing 250,000 of these per year, and right now, parts, supply chain, and affordability are their main three things for production of these cars in 2022. So we're going to have to wait until 2023 for new Teslas, but you know, their cars are delivering now. Speaking of Tesla's delivering, we're going to jump across the pond to the UK because the Tesla Model Y will be delivering there in February. The source that we've read is February 19th. Now these cars are special because they are right-hand drive. They're not made in Fremont. They are made They're not made in Berlin, they're made in Shanghai. Shanghai is taking ownership of all right-hand drive vehicles. So that's the UK, I think that's Ireland, that is Australia, that is China, that is Japan, right? And Gigafactory Berlin will be handling Europe. So super cool to see. That is probably the longest journey from China to the UK. I wonder if they're going to be on boats going through that, that channel that got plugged last year. Speaking of Giga Berlin, they are set to begin production soon. They being the team, have just finished or are at the last rounds of testing the production equipment and are waiting for final approvals. Again, this is where primarily the left-hand drive Model Y for the European market will be produced. Super cool to see here. We have some great photos of the inside of Giga Berlin. Graffiti is on the wall and it's looking great. I'm excited to see what they can do. Now jumping back to Silicon Valley, well, not really, to the middle of nowhere in Nevada, the Gigafactory, the original Gigafactory 1 in Reno, we have 4 semi-trucks spotted at the Megachargers. So these Megachargers are specific for the semi-truck. They're going to charge them in a ridiculous amount. But we have 300 miles of range on the smaller day cab and 500 miles of range on the larger full-size semi-truck. They go 0 to 60 with 80,000 pounds in about 20 seconds, which is super cool. And $150,000 to $180,000 is the range for the Tesla Semi. This is going to be a huge player in the game of logistics. Tesla will be the first customer because they need to get their batteries from Gigafactory 1 in Reno to the production facility in Fremont, California. So keep your eyes out in the open. If you live in between Reno and Fremont, maybe you'll just see a Tesla Semi out in the wild. These are looking to be white, unlike the red and black ones from before. And now, jumping all the way across the world to Australia, our last story, admittedly, is an opinion, is a sad one. The Subaru WRX Wagon is back, but it's not the wagon that I think we want. The Subaru WRX sedan looks great. I'm very happy to see it. 6-speed manual, 271 horsepower from the 2.4-liter engine. But that's not what we get in the wagon. The wagon is the same 271 horsepower, 2.4-liter engine, the Boxer. So that confirms it's WRX, but it's a CVT. And it's only in Australia. So kind of disappointed to see this news. I hope this won't be coming to the United States, but I hope that if we do get a wagon, it'll be the right one. So Subaru, do the right thing and get us enthusiasts the WRX that we know and love. Thank you so much for joining me today on Daily Car News. Please, as always, leave comments down below and reach out to me to see how we can change things. We're working on setting up different audio equipment. I have some phone in the back behind me, and hopefully we can make this into the show that we all know and love. I'm excited to keep on going. My name is Gary Fisalvo, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.